I have a phenomenal guest that I know probably since 2020. She is an amazing, talented artist. I'm so happy to have her here in the podcast, and we're gonna learn a lot about her today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce you to Janel Nabong.
Yay! Hi.
Hello. Let me give you the well-deserved round of applause on my Twitch channel. So, how are you doing today, Janelle? How's everything going?
Doing good. It's just I didn't know that we were on both Pacific time, and
Yeah,
so
we're in the same area apparently. And by the way, I want to say thank you to Mr. Kultusar for being here and always supporting. How long do you know Kultusar?
uh, I've known him ever since the platform that we came from. But
Yeah.
I think he saw one of my YouTube videos before that, and then when he saw me on the other platform, then he recognized me. But that's where I met him from. And so what, like 2 years, 3 years?
We love Mr. Jason. That's
Yes.
correct, King Louis. So, anyways, by the way, you have a really cool background. I love the color blue. I also like the
Thank you.
color blue. Is there any reason that you like Hello Kitty a lot? I can tell.
Because of the Hello Kitty behind me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It was also on sale, so
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I like also the content that you make on YouTube because I remember since the unnamed platform watching your YouTubes and you have like experience as a content creator. When did you started created content?
like on YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, like on YouTube.
Um, it was around the time when YouTube kind of first started, and
Oh
then I started
wow.
a little bit. I don't know. I think YouTube started around like 2007 or 2008 or something when people
Yeah.
started posting more and more. And so I wanted to start creating videos because back then I was scared of like everything. And I don't want to perform in front of people because what do they think about me? But if I make videos, then maybe I can like start getting used to like performing in front of my camera. And so then I tried to make videos from then. And then it was like every once in a while I would make a video until I started like streaming.
That's cool. So you kind of like started streaming pretty early on. Like for example, in my case, I always wanted to stream, and I remember like 2015 playing guitar in my house. No one would watch me, and I used to call my friends and be like, "Hey man, listen to this song." You know,
hmm
how was
hmm
your beginning as a streamer?
My beginning as a streamer was actually when we were on the platform, the platform that shan't be named. That was my first time as a
What
streamer, and
year?
that was like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't even plan on being a streamer. Whenever I looked at streamers, I was like so in awe, like, oh, I can't do that. How can I even talk to people and look so confident and relaxed and stuff? But then I saw that app, and I think that app reached out to a few different people because they were starting out. They were kind of new. And so I looked into it and I saw that they were real and legit. And I was like, well, I guess I'll try it. And the worst thing that can happen is that it goes horribly wrong and I'll never try it again. And so then I tried it, and it turned out that I started loving it. And so then I kept streaming ever since then.
That's good actually though, because you're doing actually great. Like you're being successful at streaming, and congratulations with all of the online success that you have gained. You know, that's actually pretty important. And I want to
Thank
say
you.
also thank you so much, Tuna Guitar. Tuna Guitar is one of my followers, 1 year subscribing, dude. I appreciate you so much. You know, we all have those followers that we care a lot, and Tuna Guitar is one of them. So thank you so much, Tuna Guitar, for always being here with us. I wanted to also say, and when did you started playing music?
I guess when I first started touching like instruments is when I was really, really young. When I was young, we had a piano in our house that some of the keys don't work, but I heard it in my head, so I would like try to play the keys. But when I was younger, I had trouble talking or expressing myself. And so I realized though, when I tried to play that broken piano, I could still express myself more than when I can actually talk through stuff. And I guess I started playing piano when I was about 2 or 3, I guess.
Wow,
But
that's really
not
young.
I mean, not anything like complicated, but that's when
Yeah.
my first relationship with music started. Is like that's the only way I could express myself at the time, and so that's kind of where my love for it started.
And you had issues expressing because you were a shy person,
Um,
or
well, I was a shy person, but also whatever is in my head when I try to say it out loud, it doesn't come out the way I want to say it.
yeah,
And
I totally
so
understand that.
yeah, and so when I played music, that was the only way I could kind of get out what I was feeling, even though I was like a baby
Yeah,
with
and
one or two notes.
it is interesting because you write a lot of songs. So actually, all of your emotions and expressions are being put. You're putting them out with your music, with your songs.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I want to know, what is your main inspirations from your songwriting? Is there like something that you think about every time you write a song, or like where do you go? Is it fantasy?
That's a good question. It really depends on how I feel or what's in my head. So, like for example, let's say I something really good happened or something really bad happened, and it's probably good for lyrics. Then I would write it down in like a journal about everything that my head is saying, no matter if it makes sense or not. I would write it down and I would just leave it. And then I come back maybe like the next day or the next week, and then I look at what I wrote and I highlight the main parts, and that could probably turn into lyrics. Or if I don't know what I want to write about, I can just sit down and play music and get my emotions out that way. And then I come back later and try to listen to the song and be like, does this sound like I'm angry? Does it sound like I'm happy, depressed? And then I'll try to write I'll try to write lyrics on top of what I'm hearing. Because it's all
Yeah,
about feeling, I
it's
think.
all about emotions and feelings. And something that I really like about your music is that do you produce your own stuff?
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey as a producer, because a lot of people write songs, write music, but they don't produce. But you do that, and that's actually so important. How has your journey there been?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. I guess when I was younger, I wanted to be able to create music, but it was also expensive, and I didn't have that kind of money to pay someone to make music. And even when I did, and I tried to look for people to produce the music that I hear in my head, it doesn't come out the way that I hear it, and it was hard for me to really feel the song when it's not really what I heard in my head. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so then I tried to learn how to use virtual instruments or like put together my own songs and figure out how to do that on the computer. And then I interned as a an assistant audio engineer, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I just started learning that way. But it was a long process.
it is a long process because I remember learning production, and for me, like everything was like written in a foreign language. Like you just see in settings and buzz and all of this, and it's like overwhelming. Like I'm never gonna learn this. The more you get used to it, the better you understand. But it's also like, do you mix your own stuff?
Yeah, so I mix my own stuff, and then I have I so I do the pre-mix of everything, and then I always have like my other mixer and person to do my master, because sometimes when I'm working on the entire song and producing it and mixing it, I can't hear where there's hiccups or anything. I can't be my second ear, so I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
someone
yeah,
else
yeah.
to listen to it, and then he like smooths it out. But initially, everything I just created. If
So
that
you
makes
already
sense.
have a team that works with you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you ever performed live? Like, have you ever done live shows with a band or at venues?
I was the pianist and the singer of a band when I was like really young, and then we
Hmm.
did some shows here and there, but it was like open mic kind of shows. And then I've had stuff where I would sing just solo in front of crowds and everything, but
Hmm.
that was like years ago. And then I wanted to recently, or within the past few years, but then the pandemic and COVID happened, and so then I've just been streaming that whole time.
Yeah, and by the way,
But
I
yeah.
love streaming. Streaming, how has streaming helped you? I like your Instagram page because it says that music saved my life, so I want to save yours. something along those lines.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? If you can tell us a little bit more, if possible.
Yeah. So when I first started, I guess, making music, I had to think of why I wanted to do it in the
Uh
first
huh.
place, because you can make music, but then once you finish this project or finish that project, why are you gonna do the next project? Like, what's your why in creating more music? And so I guess when I was growing up, I had like, I don't know, I was a very emotional kid
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things got to me, but the thing that got me through all those situations was music. And I would
Mm-hmm.
listen to like Linkin Park or Paramore or I don't know, Evanescence or something like that. And it was crazy to me how I don't even know these people. I don't know this person, but for some reason, what they made was able to affect me, and I'm on a different part of the world from them. But it's kind of like the magic that you can. Their music saved me in a way, and so I was thinking like, if I make music, if someone or if everyone hates my music, but there's one person on the other side of the world that I was able to help, then it's worth it. And so I wanted to use music as my way of like reaching someone, just like how those people and those bands reached me when I was having a hard time.
Yeah, definitely, and especially like the teenage years. That's tends to be difficult. Like I understand that point. You know, like I also was like kind of like a little bit lost, and then music saved my life, like literally. So, music is powerful. It heals actually.
Mm-hmm.
So you were mentioning Linkin Park and Paramore. What are musicians or bands that have influenced you the most? Because I see that I like that in your set list you have also like a Spanish song, Carla Morrison,
Yeah,
I think it is, and you do
yeah.
it great. Like you should.
Thank you.
It would be cool for you to do, if you want, of course, like more of those songs because they fit you great. You know.
Oh, thank you.
But tell us a little bit about your musical influences.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that song because I wasn't even thinking of doing that song. The person who wanted me to do it, you know Haley Williams from Paramore, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
main
yeah.
singer.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
her former voice coach is my voice coach, and
Oh,
so
really?
he was telling me that you need to be uncomfortable and get outside of the box a little bit
Uh
more. So he
huh.
showed me that song, and he wanted me to practice the Carla Morrison song. So that's how I started it. And then you said, what are my influences with
As a
music?
musician, yeah, like you mentioned, I know you like Linkin Park,
Hmm.
Paramore, but if there's like some bands that you can give me so that I can, you know your
Hmm.
influence.
Yeah, I guess it really, so it depends. So the reason why I like Paramore and the singer is because of how much emotion she puts in her voice when
Mm-hmm.
she's singing, when she's
Mm-hmm.
belting. And to me, that's inspiring because it's like I can feel what she's feeling, what she's trying to emote. And that's also a kind of magic in itself. And then, for example, for Linkin Park, like I remember when they first started, people were telling them that, like, no, you have rock influences and then rap influences. They shouldn't be together. You shouldn't do it like
I
that.
remember that.
But they still did. And it turned out that they blew up because of that, because they were different from everybody
Yeah,
else. And so
yeah,
that is inspiring in itself because they did something that no one else was doing at the time. And they
yeah,
sounded great. And
yeah.
then yeah, so just stuff like that, different things from different bands inspired me in different ways.
Yeah, and you also always have to do what you want to do because like I can write a song today and probably three people will be like, "Oh no, that song is ugly," but then 10 people will be like, "Wow, that song is amazing," you know. So I think that it's always important to stay on a to be on a state of creation and do not let others decide if what you do is good or wrong. You are the only person that can decide that, you know, and
Yeah,
just continue
and
creating.
yeah, and I saw. Well, I was looking in the chat. I see Cultazar. He said TOP, which is 21 Pilots. That's
Oh,
also another.
21 Violets.
That's also another band that's inspiring because I don't know if you've like read Tyler, who's the singer in that band. His lyrics,
Uh
he
huh.
writes a lot of poetry, but he
Yeah.
says it in a way that other people like. I've never really seen someone write in that kind of way, and
Hmm.
so and that's inspiring too because of how he's able to use wordplay to express himself and everything.
Yeah, most definitely. And I see a message, but I want to say something pretty quick before I forget. But I know that like 21st Pilots connects very well with like younger generations.
Yeah.
You know, like kids love it
Mhm. Mhm.
because I've taught music, and I see like a lot of kids are like 21st Pilot. It's electric. I think there's a song called "It's Electric."
For 21 Pilots, I don't know if there's a song that's named that.
I could be wrong because I'm not the huge fan of 21st Pilot, but I know that a lot of people like it, especially from the newer generation. Anyways, I want to say hi to Gamaliel that says HGroove and my queen stopping by to say hi, and Flan Power. I'm at work. I can have volume here. Oh, but thank you so much for being here. Janelle, you want to say something?
Oh, hi, Captain Gamaliel. I hope work goes well. Big hugs and love.
And it says big influence was 21 Pilots as well as Halsey, in addition to Paramore and Linkin Park. Also, thing that I like about your stream is like, have you noticed like how we all have our own culture? For example, here in my community, it's called the Groovy Gang. In fact, let me just put that command pretty quick. That's like the way that we call the people here in the stream. I wanted to ask you, what is the culture in your stream? I know that you have like you said like Captain Jason and things like that. Where did that came from? And here's a potato, and I like all of that because that's unique from you, you know. But can you please explain us a little bit more, like how did that happen? You know, because that's cool.
Thank you. Well, all of that I have my community to thank. They're the ones that came up with pretty much everything. So, like for example, you know how I do would you rather questions on my stream.
That's great.
Would you rather do this? Would you rather do that? And so one of the questions from before was, I think it was like, would you rather have super smell or super hearing or something? And then one of the people from my from my community, Matsuzaki, he said, I would rather have super smelling so I can smell treasure and so I can go find it. And then other people started like agreeing, and then they wanted to go find treasure after that. And then they started calling themselves like pirates and captains. And so then that stuck because everyone loved it so much. And so then I was like, oh, maybe we all can be like pirates and stuff. And I'll call you captain and you captain. And then people started like calling each other captain. And then I was like, oh, this could be something. And the one who thought of Tortuga Tavern is actually Cultazar, Captain Baker Jason. He came up with the name, and I just made like the little logo and stuff. But he's the one that came up with that, and that's how Tortuga Tavern started.
Wow, but that's cool how like one thing went to another. Like I remember watching you in the unnamed platform, and you were saying would you rather do this or would you rather do that? And I was like, wow, because that's a great point of like conversation, you know, like as you were saying. And it is funny how that created something else. So there's a lot to learn from that. So, do you think the unnamed platform has given you something, or you actually don't hate it?
No, I mean, like, I think that no matter what experiences that you have, whether your relationship with it being good or bad or whatever, I think you learn and gain so much from it. It's like, for example, from that platform, I learned how to stream. I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to set up my equipment, and then I would make mistakes, but then I would like try to fix it later. And so I pretty much owe, even though I'm not on that platform anymore, I pretty much owe my streaming, how I'm even able to stream right now, to that platform, because that's how I started in the first place. If I didn't start there, I don't even know if I would be streaming right now.
I see.
And so, yeah, I am really thankful.
Yeah. There's always something good in the bath, you know. But yeah, I learned from there, and I meet all of you. Oh, and you have a cat.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, and she lets you grab her and all of that, because I know that some cats don't want to be pet; they want to be just by themselves.
For her, she's really cuddly. I've had other cats where they would rather me pet them instead of like pick them up.
Yeah.
For her, she likes anything.
Yeah, but also like from the unnamed platform, like I met all of you. Like I remember when I first started, I wanted to stream, and also it was like the beginning of 2020 when I started. So I kind of like, I think you started the app, and I don't know if you remember Mimi Rose. Yeah. So she got me into the app, and then I met all of you, and I was like, wow. And then we did this video. Remember?
Was it
what
thing?
Huh?
With Lena Francis, and
the Lord thing.
Yeah.
And we were all singing. That was so cool, though. We did like a train, like story train.
Yeah, I liked it because it felt like a family.
It felt like a family, and probably that connect us a little bit, you know, without even knowing us. Like we just kind of like connect. And yeah, a
Mhm.
lot of the people that were part of that train are still streaming today, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I was also like, do you work somewhere else or you do full time music?
Um, as of right now, I'm mostly music, and I can do some things on the side, but I'm focusing mostly on streaming and creating my music right now.
That's excellent. And do you went to college to do music or do you study by yourself?
Uh, I didn't go to college for music, but the only probably like education that I have in music is maybe some piano classes here and there
Yeah.
when I was younger, or when I was an intern to be an assistant audio engineer. It sounds really fancy, but I was just pretty much there and like observing everything and trying to help out where I can. But that was
No,
my
no, no.
education
Mhm.
because I saw what they did and who they talked to, and yeah.
Yeah, and actually on music, it's not that you need a degree. It's not that oh you need a degree to write songs. No, not at all. Like you can learn from like online. Now you have a lot of information, or from the experience, as you were saying. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
the WYR questions also give Janelle a built-in break that helps her voice take a lesson of a toll than going from song to song. Yeah,
Yeah, the would
that's
you rather
excellent.
questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes if you just keep talking or singing, it'll put strain on your voice, and so sometimes
Hmm.
like those talking points where I'm reading all the comments for everyone's answer, that's a good break also.
Yeah, and you read a lot of comments because I see that people sometimes like, da, 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 and you're singing. I like the medleys that you're doing, how you
Oh, thank
connect one song with another. Like I can tell that you have practice, you have streamed a lot, that you have gained the experience to do all of that. You know?
thank you. I mean, I never the one who inspired me to do medleys in the first place is Fernand.
Oh, Fernand, he's phenomenal,
He's like a master at everything,
and
and
he's doing
so
great right now. He's doing incredible.
yeah, and so that's where I was inspired. Is I look up to him, and that's where I learned,
Yeah,
tried to
yeah.
do it.
I hope he'll show up in California.
Yeah,
Maybe
that would be
that
awesome.
would be awesome. I
Hang
would
out.
definitely go to his shows.
Yeah, same. We can all hang out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Did you go to TwitchCon?
I did not. I honestly forgot about it until
Hmm.
everyone was talking about it, and so maybe I would go in the future. I'm not sure yet, but I mean, it'd be cool to go sometime.
Yeah, and other things that have you heard of the collective powered by Twitch?
What's that?
It is a music collective officially from Twitch that some musicians are part of. Musicians from the United States and Canada. I am part of it. Lyrical Leg is part of it. Jeanette Music as well. And you should apply. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure you would fit perfectly, and you would connect with other great music streamers.
Oh, okay. It's called
The
Twitch Collab.
collective, the collective. I can send you an invite. I can recommend you, but it is handpicked. Like they handpick musicians, and you would be great for that. 100%.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. So what about if I show one of your songs? Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah. No,
So
that's totally fine.
so this is a music video that we're gonna play.
Yes, it's
It's
for my
called
song.
Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Before I play it, do you want to say something about the video so that we know?
I guess when I made this song in the first place, the idea I had for it is like if there was a person that I don't know, but they are in their house or like in I don't know, maybe they're like on the floor in the middle of their bathroom and they're having just the worst day or night of their life and they are struggling to even want to keep going or they don't want to talk to anyone. If I were to talk to them, like, what would I even say? I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to help them, but I don't want to push them further. And so with this song, I was thinking that, like, if I were to write them a letter, sometimes it's the hardest thing to even do anything in that moment, but as long as you keep breathing, then you'll be okay. Just keep breathing with me and then we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing you need to focus on. And so when I was writing the song, that was my concept for it. And this music video I made with some help from my friend that like took videos and stuff.
That's actually a great point because yeah, you don't know what to say to a person,
Yeah,
and but breathe
some
is the best thing that you can do whenever you're like that.
yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, here is Janel Nabong, Breathe official music video.
miss the pain, just so much to bear. Just grab a hold, we'll take it slow. Just hold on tight, don't you let go. Feel the world is caving, can't hardly breathe. I know we were right now, it's getting loud, can't stop bleeding. Silently crying now, please help me now. I'm dying, just trying every single way to make this go away. This feeling, I know it hurts right now, it's getting loud, just breathe with me. Breathe with me. Breathe with. We push away, self-medicate, and drag our blades to mask our pain. Just grab a hold, we'll take it slow. Just hold on tight, don't you let go. Feel the world is caving, can't hardly breathe. I know you were right now, it's getting loud, can't stop bleeding. Silently crying
Wow. I love that song actually. You know, I love the break. I love the verses that are like so chill and then the beat hits heavy.
Oh, thank you. That's
And
just
I love the kind of like trap feel. Like it fits you great because I hear those influences. I hear Paramore, I hear Linkin Park. Of course, I hear yourself, you know, but I
Mhm.
hear all of like the influences. And then the trap hits deep and it is a really catchy melody as well.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
And I'm with my headphones as well, so I hear them mix properly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you
Thank you
did
so
that.
much.
It's inspiring, Janelle. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And it's deep. The message. I like the video also of you. Like it goes perfectly with the vibe of the song. Kind of like late at night, a little bit obscure. I see you crying on the video. So are you an actress as well?
I wish I was. No, that was I was with my friend. He was the one that was taking that shot, but I was like, I need to make sure that I um really show how I'm feeling in this moment, and I wish I
Hmm.
could just make myself cry because it would be very handy and useful. But I would try to cry while he was videotaping me, but it wouldn't come out. It would just look like I have allergies or something because my eyes are watery. And so I was like, it's okay. I'm gonna.
You put stuff.
No, well, I was like, I'm gonna use something else to help me. So we
Uh-huh.
went to the grocery store to get an onion.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And so we went back to the spot, and then I was like cutting the onion, and then I was like this, and then I would put it away, and then I would like cry while he takes the video.
Yeah, because crying, that's like acting, and acting is a totally different discipline. Even though we are performers, we are performing kind of
Hmm.
like actors, but it is different because when you're an actor, you have to be, you know, different people, you know?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I had help from an onion.
That's cool. Help from an onion. And do you have onions on your stream too? On
No, I
the
don't. I just have potatoes.
potatoes? Why the potato though? You didn't tell me the potato. You didn't tell me the reason of the potato.
Um, so it also came. Hello, Captain Tony. How are you? But it came from a would you rather question also, where I think I I think I was asking like we had a would you rather question where there was potatoes involved and people were talking about potatoes a lot in the chat. And
Hmm.
so that question was done. And I was going to ask the next question of like I think it was would you rather hug your blanket or your pillow or something. And
Hmm.
then I was answering that question, but my mind was still stuck on the potatoes. And so I was like, I'm usually always holding a potato. But then I meant to say pillow, but I said potato and everyone like caught on to it and everyone started like talking about how much I love potatoes. And so then after that I went online and I looked for potato plushies to get and I found a whole bunch of potatoes and then now it's just a part of the stream, but it came from a would you like an accident would you rather question.
That's awesome, though. And I also want to know who got you into Twitch. Even though this kind of like goes to the beginning of the podcast, I know who got you into streaming. That it was you in around 2019. But I remember whenever you transitioned to Twitch, because I started Twitching around October, and then I think you, Fernan, started a little bit later. I think like probably 2 months or 3 months. I think. So what
Mhm,
made you got into Twitch? Because I also remember like the emotes were kind of new for a
mhm,
lot of us, for me including.
mhm.
Before that, the onions are coming. Doc, my queen.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Captain Baker Jason.
So now we're having onions.
Hmm.
So tell me about the Twitch if you want.
The person who got me into Twitch actually was Fernan because he started
Hmm.
it first because we both left the other platform at the same time around the same time, and I was just focused on YouTube completely. And then he started doing Twitch, and I told him I was like, "Let me know if you like it. I don't know what to think about it because I'm not familiar with Twitch." And then later he tried it, and then he told me that he really enjoys it, and he'll help me with my setup with Twitch because I think when I first started Twitch, pretty it was difficult in a way that I don't know where anything is. I don't know how to like what settings to do, like how do I even go live? How do I make these emote stuff? I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
And so I started my account maybe like in the early to 2021,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't do it regularly until maybe like later in the year. And then now I do it regularly, but it started off kind of slow and then it just picked up.
Yeah, now you kind of like pick it up, and now you feel
Yeah.
totally like. I love Twitch. I was gonna say, do you game? Do you play video games?
I do, but I've never streamed video games, but
Have you
I
thought
would like to.
what is your type of game? What video game do you play?
I like all different types of games. It really depends. Like I I like stuff like Ghost Recon and then the first person shooter stuffs. But
Nice.
sometimes I like Stray, where I'm just a cat going
Stray
around
is
the.
incredible, and that you would love that game. That game, have
Uh-huh.
you played it?
I haven't finished it, but I've played
It's
it, and I was like, oh,
incredible. Oh
maybe I
my
can
god.
play it on stream or something. And so, and then I like role playing games, and so I just think whatever I have fun at, I think that would be okay to stream because I need to have fun at it too.
Yeah, of course. You cannot play something. For example, me, I also love competitive fighting games like Super
Mhm.
Smash Bros.
Oh,
Since I
that one's
was really young, I used to play Super Smash Bros. And I stream sometimes, but yeah, I like
hmm
music more. Have you?
yeah. I think if I were to do a gaming stream, it would be at a different time. I don't
Yeah,
think
different
it'll
time.
replace the music. Maybe add on to it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can be like Sundays morning. I'm gonna game.
hmm
Just to give a random example.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I was gonna say, have you thought about Facebook Live? What are your thoughts on Facebook Live? Because suddenly, like, for example, I unlocked a monetization on Facebook because I
hmm
already had like 1,000, and it's not difficult to unlock monetization. Have you thought about streaming on Facebook? It's like I'm not that sure, but what are your thoughts on Facebook Live?
I've actually tried streaming on Facebook Live a few times before, and I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, but I gave up because I kept having technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there would be points where my video and audio was just lagging by like 20 seconds to a minute. And it was just, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'm sure that there's a way where I can do it and there's no problems, but I just stuck with YouTube and Twitch, and at the time, the other platform, because it was easier for me, and people just know me more from those places. Who knows? Maybe in the future I can try Facebook Live again, but I think I got frustrated.
Yeah,
So,
if they become better, probably yeah,
mhm.
because with all of these meta change, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm also like not too comfortable on Facebook because here I like that everyone has a different username. I'm
Mhm.
HGroove, you're Nel, and
Mhm.
on Facebook it's strictly your name, and then sometimes people want to have like a different name, and it's totally understandable. And sometimes Facebook doesn't have that, so that's something
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah, you can't make a different name, huh? I just
yeah,
realized.
yeah. So people have to comment you as Jimmy as they are.
Yeah, yeah. It's more restrictive. I didn't even think about that. That's true.
And another question, since you are an experienced streamer, how do you deal with trolls though? We all have had trolls to a certain extent.
Uh-huh.
How do you deal with them? Just block them,
Um,
of course.
I remember, well, I mean, I remember my first trolls back in the other
Yeah,
platform.
yeah, yeah.
Other platform, you can't have mods, and it's hard to
Yeah, no.
mute them. I don't think you can even ban them. I think you can just mute them
You
or
can
something.
mute them, but they can still join your room.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that, and at first, I of course don't know what to do. I was like, oh, what did he say about me? Is
Yeah.
it true?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I would get uh flustered by that. But now
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just kind of used to it. But it's also there's this difference between streaming on YouTube versus streaming on Twitch. Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube, they can make a whole bunch of bots that just spam your chat when you're streaming of just
Mm-hmm.
like all these negative, inappropriate things. And it's hard because on YouTube, once you ban them, they can make another account and then just continue. So that's difficult. But on Twitch, it's harder to do that. So I don't really experience it much on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But when it happens, the only way I'm able to survive is because of my mods.
Yeah, mods to the
There's a limit.
attack.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, of course, I have had trolls, and as soon as they say something I don't like, I don't have mercy. Blocked, banned. Because I have friends that they stream and they are like forgiving. They are like, okay. And then the trolls kind of like are like too much. And I'm like, hell no. If this is my channel, you're going to be respectful or you're not. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But how was your experience on the front page? I've been on the front page as well, thanks to the collective. And it
Oh.
was incredible. I loved it. I got followers and a beautiful experience. How was your experience? Tell us a little bit about it and why you got the front page.
It was really good. This past Sunday was my second time on the front page,
Hmm.
and I was not expecting the amount of people that came in.
How
Um,
many?
well, okay, so the first time I was on front page, um, I I think I got at most maybe like 900 at the time, 900 concurrent viewers, and that was already amazing on itself. And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe for the second one, maybe my goal will be to hit 1,000. That would be pretty cool. And so on Sunday I started streaming, and uh, we hit 1,000, but then it went up to I think like 14,500 something
Hmm.
concurrent viewers, and so I was just really glad that people enjoyed listening and hearing me talk. But it was a very humbling experience. Like, you're just playing music, and then all these people are enjoying what you are playing for them. I don't know. It's a very humbling experience too.
Yeah.
And you said, like, how did I get it? I don't really know how I got it, but I got an email from Twitch just asking me if I wanted to try the front page again. And so then I said thank you, and yeah. So I'm not exactly sure how, but I got an email.
That's awesome, though. Congratulations on that. And I'll definitely send you an invite to be part of the
Yeah,
collective because I think
thank
that's
you.
going to
I
be cool.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, the front page was good too, and I had people from all over the world, and it was an incredible experience. I hope to get it again, and yeah, that's the
Mm-hmm.
beauty, and that's the thing about like streaming is that you can do it in your house. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that for a gig you have to travel, gas, and all of that. Do you have a car too?
I do. Yeah.
And then gas money and all of that, but here
Yeah.
is like the most convenient thing that
Yeah.
and
And
it's
you're
incredible.
comfortable. You're comfortable in your room.
How
And,
tech savvy are you?
well, I think I spent maybe like the last 9 years in IT jobs, and so I think I'm
Nice.
pretty good with tech stuff. But of course, there's always something I can learn.
Do you
But
code?
I don't code, but I would just fix computers and stuff like that.
And what do you use? Are you Mac or are you PC?
In my profession with working on computers, it was mostly Mac computers, but
Nice.
I use both. But what I have experience in with like IT stuff is mostly with Mac.
Yeah, I love Mac. I prefer Mac. A lot of people on Twitch use PC because it's easy to game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for music, Mac is great. Like
Mm-hmm.
streaming, all of that, I'm extremely happy to have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's any wrong computer to use. I think it's just whatever you
Comfortable
enjoy
with.
most and comfortable with. Yeah,
And same
exactly.
with the phone. Do you have Android or you have iPhone?
I used to have an Android, and then I got an iPhone, but I love both for different reasons.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah, exactly. It depends on you, as you were saying. Depends on what you like, what you're used to.
mhm.
I was also gonna say, so what is gonna happen with Janelle in the next months, in the next year? Are you writing an album, a single? Like, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I am writing a second album, and I'm hopeful that it'll come out by, I don't want to give any dates, but within the next few months. I'm hopeful that it'll come out within the next few months, and uh, hopefully people will enjoy it. But because my first album, what I will say is my first album has about 10 songs on it, and I think my second album would have maybe around 14. Is what I can say about it. But yeah, that's my.
Wow, that's a lot. So I'm sure you're putting a lot of work. How much time do you dedicate to your music?
Oh, it really depends. I guess to hello, Captain Bob Court, Captain Yazin, Bessie Sister. um, to everyone, I guess to measure it, if I'm working on one song from my album, it can take, depending on how much I'm spending on it, it can take maybe like between, I don't know, 30 to 50 hours on one song total. And then I am doing other stuff with like the merch and website and everything around it. But it does take a while to work on my songs. I think I'm just thinking about things too much, that I want it to be as good as I can hear, as I hear it in my head.
And do you use marketing? Have you learned how to use, like, I don't know, Facebook ads or marketing, online marketing? Is that like something that you do?
Yeah, my former manager used to be Taylor Swift's former manager, and he's really good with like Facebook ads and like marketing and just the with thinking about how you want to market stuff. And so I learned some stuff from him, and I'm going to try my best
Yeah,
with.
I definitely recommend you because there's a huge amount of people that you can discover through ads, Facebook
Mhm,
ads, and
mhm.
I'm sure they will love your stuff,
Yeah.
100%. So you mentioned that Taylor Swift was your manager and the vocal coach from Paramore as well. Why is that? Like that's amazing. Like, do you
Oh,
want to
thank
give me
you.
an autograph? Like,
Oh, you're fine. Thank you. Well, 'cause I met Brett, who is my vocal coach and Haley's former vocal coach. I met him first, and he was helping me with my voice and like how to emote when I'm singing or something like that. And then later, through him, that's when I met Rick Barker, who is Taylor Swift's former manager, and he's the one that helped me more with like the business side of things.
hmm
And I mean, I still have so much more to learn from him, but at least they were both able to like give me something to stand on and to like work on, if that makes sense.
hmm
But I met Rick, the Taylor Swift's manager, through Brett, the vocal coach.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you have great connections, and since I know that you're in California,
Hmm.
because so all of them are in California, probably.
Yeah, well, kind of. Brett is in Tennessee, but
Oh, Tennessee. I was gonna yeah, but you also do the sessions with them online, like this,
yeah,
huh?
yeah. It's always been online.
I was gonna say also, thanks so much, Cherry Blossom. Is that your supporter? She's amazing.
Oh yeah, Shuri, Captain Lady Shuri is what I call her. Captain Meta, hello, Captain Meta.
Meta too, yeah. I was gonna
Everyone
say,
is supportive.
incredible, incredible. Thanks so much, Janelle's community, for being here and being incredible. Janelle, let me congratulate you for having a beautiful community. Everyone is so supportive and amazing. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for
Since
having.
you are tech savvy, because you understand about like the business side, music, videos, all of that. Have you thought about building or starting your own NFT? Have you thought about that side of like Web3, or you need to review that a little bit more?
The thought has crossed my mind to make an NFT, but honestly, I don't know enough about it to create anything. If anything, I would have to learn more about what it's about, and because I only know what I've seen other people do, but I don't know other stuff around it.
Yeah, I think like the goal would be, for example, let's say that you create an NFT and I buy it. So the perks would be that, for example, you're gonna do exclusive shows on YouTube for only NFT owners. So
Hmm.
you're gonna do your normal stream, but you're gonna do like special streams, and those are gonna allow you to get, the NFT is gonna allow you to be part of your stream, or it's gonna probably give you merc. Like that's kind of like what I understand from it.
Are you planning to use NFTs?
Not yet. I still have to understand a little bit more. Thank you so much, Cool to Sar, for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still thinking about getting more comfortable with the use of NFTs. But yeah, I love Web3. I'm trying to
Hmm.
be on the edge. I'm learning to code because I love coding, and I think
Hmm.
that coding and music together, you can build. The
A
options
lot
are
of,
endless.
yeah,
So
yeah. I support you.
thank you for that. I appreciate you. I support you too. I
Oh,
like
thank
the
you.
music that you do, and of course, I want to play one more song because I like your stuff, and I think everyone deserves to listen to this. And by the way, this is gonna be on YouTube,
Yeah, this
so
is on
I'll
YouTube. It's a Linkin Park cover actually.
excellent. I love Linkin Park.
Great.
Uh, what do you prefer? Me personally, I like the hybrid theory. I prefer the
That was my
beginning.
favorite.
Huh?
Hmm. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. I remember like when I was like I was really young when I was listening to Happy Theory. I was probably like 9 or 8, and I remember listening to what is the name of the song? Paper Cut. Is it Paper Cut?
I love Paper Cut.
Paper
I mean,
Cut.
I love Paper Cut. So
Yeah, Paper Cut is the one that shut up when you're talking to me. Shut everything you say of me. No, that's not Paper Cut. Is that Paper Cut?
I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I mean,
Paper Cut is the video that is kind of creepy, where like they are performing, and in the other room there's like a monster, kind of like, which is an incredible song too. Like
yeah.
I
No, I know
love that
exactly
vibe.
which
One step closer, Tony.
most of it
Yeah, I
is.
love that song. Paper Cut is the one that they are performing, and in the other room there's like a monster and things like that.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I love that side of Linkin Park.
That side of Linkin
It
Park.
fueled
Yeah.
my teenage self, and so
Yeah, it's so sad what happened to Chester though, but it opened the, you know, the door about for to talk about these
health.
topics that are difficult. But
Hmm.
yeah, his legacy lives forever. Do you like Linkin Park's older, like latest album? I would say.
I mean, I think I love just all of their music. Of course, I resonate more with their older songs, and I think that's because that's what I listened to when I was in that emotional like phase of me still growing up and understanding who I am. And so it'll always like affect me in that deeper level. And
Mm-hmm.
like their later songs, I appreciate just how much they've grown and how they're like exploring like different varieties of types of music and stuff. And um like I don't think there's any Linkin Park song that I don't enjoy. I pretty much love everything for different reasons. Oh, I can't hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can hear me now.
Now I can
Five.
hear
But
you.
you can hear me now. You can hear that double. Okay. Anyways, here I am.
Mhm.
Yeah, I too. I love Linkin Park. I've listened to them many years. And I was also gonna say, do you know that Mike Shinoda has a Twitch stream? He streams on Twitch.
Yeah, I think I heard
Yeah,
about
I've seen
that. I think
him.
that's cool. I think he's like teaching how to make music and stuff too.
Yeah, he does like beats on stream, then he posts it. But I've seen him playing video games too. I've seen him play like Animal Crossing and things like that.
That's cute. Oh, okay. I have to catch it sometime.
Mark Hoppus streams on Twitch too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
I
he
have
used
to
to.
yeah. I have to catch it then. I
Yeah,
haven't seen it yet.
it's really good. I was gonna say, is there any streamer that you follow that you like?
Just in general?
In general, in general.
Oh, there's so many people. I'm worried about like not mentioning someone. But I mean, of course, Fernan, he's the one that got me
Yeah,
into
yeah,
streaming in
for
the
now.
first place. There's always been new people that we have rated that I really like that raid feature of Twitch also because you get to meet new musicians and support each other, and you don't even
Hmm.
know each other, but you bring your community there or they bring their community here. And so, I mean, just to name a few people that we've rated. I mean, like there's also Rafa Matiello
Rafa
and
Matiello, I love Rafa. I have it in the show many times, and it's always fun. It's always fun.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And people that came from the other platform too,
Hmm.
that are here. I'm really happy that they're
The
here also.
community, the community. Yeah, who came? Like Lena. Lena never came,
I don't
but
think Lena came.
her streams were cool. I like her music
Yeah.
and all of that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. Um, so right now, let me play another song of yours. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Is there something you want to share with the community right now before I play your song? Can you maybe tell us a little bit about the song that I'm going to play?
You began a guided meditation video.
This song is called Messenger. It's not my song, but it's a cover of a Linkin Park song. And it's one of my more recent covers, but um, I don't know. I think that I resonate with what the lyrics are of this song because um, I don't know. It talks about the relationship between people and how we need to show love and kindness. And I don't know. I just really liked it. That's why I made it.
And did you record this on Twitch? Is this like a Twitch VOD?
Oh no, I recorded it just by myself and then I primarily posted it on YouTube. And so this is just for my YouTube channel.
All right, so let me play it right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Janel's cover for the song "The Messenger," and here we go.
When you feel you're alone, cut off from this cruel world, your instincts telling you to run. Listen to your heart, those angel voices. Listen to you, they'll be your guide back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind. It keeps us kind. When you suffered enough and your spirit is breaking, you're growing desperate from the fight. Remember you're loved, and you always will be. This melody will bring you right back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind. When life leaves us blind, love keeps us kind. Oh, 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 when life leaves us blind, love keeps us kind. When life leaves us blind, love keeps us kind. It keeps us kind.
Oh my God,
Hey,
that's phenomenal. That's incredible. I love your voice, and I love that you take the songs and you make it your own version. You
oh,
make it
thank
your
you.
own. You put it your personality.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyways, Janelle, thank you so much for accepting my invitation to the Groovy podcast. Honestly, it was a blast. There's so much to learn from you. You're an amazing artist. I appreciate you being part of my humble channel, but you know that my doors, big or small, will always be open for you. I
Oh,
appreciate you,
thank you
Janelle.
so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you and your time, and I had a blast on being on your podcast. So thank
I
you so much.
appreciate you. I had a blast too, and your community is amazing. All of your community members are so polite and beautiful people. Like, you're so lucky. to have all of this incredible community. And kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Choose kindness. I love that phrase from Kultusar. Thank you, Kultusar, for that.
Hmm.
Before we close, is there anything you would like to share with everyone?
I just really appreciate that you have me here, and that your community is also very kind and loving and approachable. So thank you so much for that. And I am just glad that people enjoy hearing me talk and play music. So thank you so much for having me.
Of course, you're a really interesting person. I appreciate you, Janelle. And then with that said, we're gonna close with a rate. We're gonna go with this dude that if there's any suggestion, let's go there. But right now, I found this guy that he's from Spain, but he is a great guitar player. He's a cool guy, and thank you so much. So don't forget to copy your rate call. Actually, I have posted. If you are sub to the channel, you can use that one. If you aren't sub to the channel, you can use this one. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thanks for your incredible presence. I am forever grateful. And with that said, thank you as well, Janelle. I will see you soon, probably in your stream. And thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day, and everyone have a great day.
Thank you all, beautiful people. We will see you around soon, and I appreciate you. And with that said,
Appreciate
hasta la
you.
vista. Bye.
Bye.